Hello IoTeX community. Today we're going to show you how to use the new IoTeX Analytics Playground, which is now live on analytics.iotexscan.io. This Analytics Playground uses GraphQL, a query language, to visualize data from APIs and also to enable different types of developer tools. There are two places where we've built in this GraphQL. One is the Analytics Playground at analytics.iotexscan.io. This provides pre-analyzed data from an IoTeX managed database and is ideal for basic queries. There's also the API Gateway, otherwise known as the Explorer Playground, which is at iotexscan.io/API Gateway, which provides unanalyzed data directly from the IoTeX blockchain, ideal for advanced users and custom queries. So the basic difference between these two is that we've created a predefined database that is easy to query in Analytics Playground, but also offer the unfiltered version in the Explorer Playground. Best of all, IoTeX Analytics is fully open source to the public. Here we have the IoTeX Analytics repository. It has all the code here for you to peruse and detailed instructions for how to run services and start a service in a Docker container. This is for people that want to understand the code that powers the Analytics Playground. Now we're going to have Jerfeng provide some demos of some simple Analytics Playground queries that you can run.
Welcome to Analytics Playground. I'm Jerfeng from IoTeX. Today I'm going to show you two sample queries. The first is delegate bookkeeping. So as you can see, once you start a query, you need to put all the functions inside the query bracket. Let's see. We have delegate here. So as you can see, once you type in the delegate, there are some auto completion signal here. You can see we have start epoch argument where you need to enter the start epoch that you want to start querying from. In this case, let's say we want to start from 1500, and we also have epoch count, which means how many epochs that you are interested in for querying the delegate information. So let's say we have 100 here. We have one more argument here, which is the delegate name. Let's say CPC here. And once you complete filling out the argument for delegate, we can go to the next level, which I will show you is bookkeeping. So basically, bookkeeping is a tool for delegates to show the information for their reward distributions to their voters. We have two parameters for bookkeeping specifically. The first is percentage, which means the percentage of the whole reward that the delegate wants to distribute to his or her voters. So let's say in this case, it's 90% here. And we also have another argument, which is include foundation bonus. So this argument means whether the delegate wants to include his or her foundation bonus as part of the reward distribution. In this case, let's say true. Okay, so now we finish entering all the relevant arguments for bookkeeping. So the final step is to enter all the selected fields that you want to return. Let's see, the first is exist. The exist is a Boolean value to show you whether the delegate has the relevant bookkeeping information that is stored in our backend database within the epoch range as specified here. So exist. The most important part is reward distribution. So in this case, reward distribution is going to be a list of reward information for each voters. For each element of the list, we can display the voter ETH address. And also we can display voter IoTeX address. Also we have the amount. So those are the 3 return fields that we have for the reward distribution. Please note that we also support a pagination functionality, which means you can only get only part of the reward list if you want. So for example, if we only want to get the first 3 reward distributions for CPC starting from 1500 to 1600, we can specify the arguments like this. Yeah, so skip means how many you want to skip. In this case, is 0. And first means that how many you want to select. In this case, is 3. And the last selected return field is count. This can be very useful when you also specify the pagination argument. Count shows you the total number of reward distributions, the number of reward distributions in the list. So whatever number it is, it will show you how many voters exist within this epoch range and for this specific delegate. All right, so I think these are all the arguments and the selected fields. Once you finish entering all this information, we can just click the play button here. See, we have all the results on the right hand side. Because we want to display the exist information, as you can see, exist is true, which means we have the relevant information for CPC within this epoch range, and we have the reward distribution list here. See, because we only want to display the first 3 distribution information, so we have basically 3 voters here. These are the ETH address and the IoTeX address. The last field is the amount in the smallest unit in IoTeX. And the last selected field is count. We have 30 here, which means there are 30 voters for CPC within this epoch range. All right. So the other simple query that I want to walk you through is voting. So voting is basically a query for the voting metadata on the IoTeX blockchain. So there are 2 arguments in the first level, just like delegate here. We also have the epoch start, 150 here, for example. And we also have epoch count, 300. Yeah, so we only have 2 arguments. So for voting, we also have exist argument. So exist here, just like exist in bookkeeping. Exist will tell you whether we have the relevant information stored in our backend database, starting from 150 to 450. And the next part is specific content here. We have candidate meta. Yeah, candidate meta is the metadata specifically related to all the candidates. So there are no arguments for candidate meta here. We don't do pagination here because we want to show all the information for each epoch that is within the range that you just specify here. So we have epoch number here, and we also have total candidates, and we have consensus delegates as well, voted tokens, epoch number, total candidates, and consensus delegates, and voted tokens here. So basically candidate meta, just like the reward distribution in the bookkeeping tool, is just a list of candidate meta structure. So each element looks like this. That's it. So let's see the result here. Yeah, as you can see on the right hand side, for the first field, exist, we have all the information here, so it must be true here. Also for candidate meta list, see, we have a list here, and every candidate meta structure looks like this. starting with the epoch number. Those are in the increasing order, obviously. We have all the relevant information here. Total candidates is 99 here, and the consensus delegates is 36. Voted tokens is this amount. Yeah, so we have all the information. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Well, we hope you enjoyed this demo of the Analytics Playground. We encourage everyone to use this tool to create their own front-end visualization tools and just understand the data on the IoTeX blockchain and IoTeX network more. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in Telegram or Twitter or any other social media channels, and we look forward to seeing what you'll build with Analytics Playground.